coming to the stage, very funny guy. Let's hear it for Gary Sheriff.
Thank you, Ty. Thanks to your last comedian, Sam Hoare. They let him out of the psych ward once a year to tell jokes. So in life, it's good to have a good backup plan. You know, some famous backup plans are like maybe like a shrimp boat captain, or starting a worm farm. My backup plan is to move to Gary, Indiana, and run for sheriff. I'd be Gary Sheriff, Gary Sheriff. You all vote for me. He seems pretty qualified. I wasn't going to vote for sheriff today, but his name is the occupation. Maybe we're wondering, why aren't you doing that right now? That sounds pretty awesome. You know, I got two reasons. You know, one, backup plans are supposed to be safe, and Gary, Indiana, was once the murder capital of the world. Right? You don't run for sheriff in Gary, Indiana. You run in zigzags. The second reason is Gary, Indiana is a city, and you can only be sheriff of a county. So now you learned something. I looked it up, there's no Gary County. So the dream's dead. Maybe when we take over Canada, there'll be a Gary County. There's probably less guns up there. Probably should have weapons. So there's a law in North Carolina that says you can only kill 4 turtles. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Well, it seems like a little too specific of a number. Like if the Ninja Turtles end up being a real thing, you gotta take them out. Right? They got weapons. You know? They're crawling out of the sewer eating pizza. I don't know where they get that. You know? They got those sewer ovens. Splinters picking up some za. You know? Like, who keeps track of that? Like, after your second turtle, some guy jump out the bush, like, that's your second turtle! Make the next 2 worth it. Oh, I love Crazy Bush Man. The next one in the t-shirt can. Who wants a turtleneck? My wife is a big Johnny Cash fan. She loves Johnny Cash. She really wanted me to watch the movie Walk the Line, but I refused because I've seen the parody Walk Hard. You know, John Cena, you know? Like, why watch the real movie when you've seen the funnier version? I get the gist of what happens, you know? His brother dies, he sings, he struggles, he cheats on his wife. Sings some more, everybody claps. That's the movie. Right? But I need to see it. She keeps bringing it up. And then we got married, and we go to our honeymoon in the Hocking Hills, and I booked the cabin. It was called Junebug. And it said, dedicated to the man in black. I was like, that's pretty cool. Was it Will Smith, maybe? Turns out it was a Johnny Cash themed cabin, right? We walk in, there's like photos everywhere. His albums are on the walls, you know, his ashes are in the fireplace. They were in there, you know? He fell into a burning ring of fire. But then, you know, the internet went out. We only so many things we could do. So we saw there was one DVD in the place, and it was Men in Black 2. It was Walk the Line, and we watched it. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. Which is sad, because now I have to admit to my wife on our first night as a married couple that she was right. To her, of all of you, Cash's ashes. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. In high school, everyone used to say I had backward shoulders. They're like, you just flip them around, they'd be normal. That's pretty hard. That's great. That's right. And then my mom was concerned, so she's like, everyone, so we went to the doctor, and like everyone says he has backward shoulders, and my doctor was like, you do. Like, thanks, doctor, for that professional opinion. You know? But then I got had surgery on them, you know, not to flip them back around, but you know, I had like a torn labrum. You know, and I was doing, I wanted to make my shoulders normal, so I was doing, you know, I was in physical therapy, stretches, reverse push-ups, you guys know. Feeling good about it, you know? Feeling confident. And then I ran into a friend, I hadn't seen him in a few years, and he's like, Gary, same shoulders. Alright, that's been my time, guys. You guys have been fun. Woo!